Time for the French newspapers here on France 24. Florence is with us here on set. François Hollande's visit to Algeria, of course, getting an awful lot of attention in the French press today.
That's right. We're going to start by looking at Le Parisien. Aujourd'hui en France, that says no apologies for Hollande. So it was his first visit, official visit as president to the former French colony, and it was tricky given France's history in Algeria. And everyone was wondering, what was he going to say? What was his statement going to be about France's traumatic colonial past? And according to Le Parisien, he was very clear about France's dark past. To quote, he said, "I have not come here to offer repentance or apologies. I have come to say what's true." Now, Le Figaro, the right-leaning newspaper, also has these key words, vérité, repentance, truth, repentance, on the cover of their newspaper today. And in their editorial, it's surprising because for once, the right-leaning newspaper, Le Figaro, is applauding François Hollande for his comments in Algeria. They were bracing themselves for the worst, that's what they say in their editorial. But he pulled it off by calling for the truth, because Le Figaro points out when the truth, it's going to concern not only France. France, yes, will have to be very honest about its dark colonial past, and especially about atrocities it carried out during the Algerian War, notably torture. But it also means that Algeria will also have to shed light, tell the truth about terrorist activities they carried out during the 1950s. And according to Le Figaro, we might finally be able to come to the end of this battle of interpretations of history.
We've got more plaudits for François Hollande, this time from the left-leaning press, Libération. It's comments he's made about visas.
That's right. Now, Algeria is the second in line of countries that receives the most visas from France, coming right after Russia. But it's also the country that gets rejected the most. 15% of visa requests by Algeria are rejected. And Libération points out that a lot of Algerians were hoping that Hollande was going to announce some sort of a gesture, some sort of an easing of restrictions on these visas. But he basically said that France is going to maintain the status quo, and Libération applauds what they call his pragmatism on this visa issue. There's an interesting cartoon today by Plantu in Le Monde, actually it was yesterday, that points out how many Algerians might be disappointed, however, by these comments. And you see there Hollande is delivering this message of hope for young Algerians. He's thinking about these issues of apologies and repentance, while the only thing that's really on their minds are these visas. And as you can see there, they're all packed and ready to go. So two different views about the real nature of his trip.
Something a little less serious, depending how you look at it, I suppose. Getting a lot of attention in the French press today is the end of the world story.
That's right, Doomsday. Now, it's on the cover of Charlie Hebdo, the satirical magazine. La fin du monde, c'est pas trop tôt. So the end of the world, it's about time, according to Charlie Hebdo. And you see a bunch of familiar faces here reaching the end. You have François Fillon, Jean-François Copé, Marine Le Pen, the Pope, Gérard Depardieu. Now, one reason it's getting a lot of attention in the French press is because there's one town that's supposed to be spared, and that is Bucarache, a sleepy town in southern France. Le Parisien went and took a look, and it says that locals, there are about 198 inhabitants in this town, and locals say they can't wait till it's over. And they're not talking about the end of the world. What they're talking about is the media buzz around this supposed apocalypse that's going to take place tomorrow. According to this article in Le Parisien, the village has completely been taken over. Had enough. 200 journalists are there. Basically, it's journalists and cops and locals, and they can't say they say they can't wait till it's over. And Le Figaro also talks about this. They call it a big hoax. And there you see a photo where you can see just how crazy the situation is. You see a cop car there, and then just a bunch of journalists. So the end is nigh. That's what a lot of people there are hoping for.
Tomorrow's Live from Paris coming live from Bucharest, just in case. According to Le Figaro, Bucharest not the only town that's going to be spared.
That's right. There's another town in Turkey, another chosen town called Sirince. It's in the south west of Turkey, not far from Istanbul. It too has been swamped by tourists, but locals there are rubbing their hands because usually December is a pretty bad month for tourism, so they're really happy about the end of the world. And Le Figaro points out that if you can't go to Sirince, if you can't go to Bucharest, you can always take a dive into Lake Titicaca, because that is another place that's going to be saved, supposedly.
Excellent. Florence Villeneuve, hopefully, fingers crossed for all of us, really, she'll be back tomorrow.
I really do hope I'll see you tomorrow.
We hope so.